I would say probably one of the biggest things that you can do to dramatically improve your English in a short time. Hi everybody, I am Chad. Today I'm going to be sharing my 3 best tips for English studying and English study plans for the new year for 2021. So happy new year to everybody. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel. 새해 복 많이 받으세요. I hope we all have a much better 2021 than it seems like we've had a 2020. So these 3 tips are specifically formulated taking into account that we are still in a pandemic here in 2021, unfortunately. They're tips for a study plan that may not be as typical this year since we can't go out and meet friends as normal. So hopefully this will be extra helpful to you guys this year. The sponsor of today's video is Cambly. They sponsored several of my videos before and we're going to talk about them a little later in this video. So really the focus of these 3 tips is going to be making English fun, because that's a huge thing for me when I study Korean. I don't always want to study Korean. I'd rather do something else sometimes. But if I make it fun, it's a lot easier to motivate myself. So the first tip that I'm going to offer to you guys is listening practice. And listening practice is something that I think that if you're seriously learning a language, you should be doing every single day. Every single day, you should be hearing the language that you're focused on. But in order for this to be a daily goal that you're gonna keep, again, you have to make it fun. So for me, what I do in Korean, I find a TV show I like, I find a podcast I like, I listen and I just soak it in. So I think initially it doesn't have to be that hard. We just want you to get into the habit of listening to English every day. So depending on what skill level you're at, I would suggest starting out with Korean subtitles, then moving into actually English subtitles while listening to the same content, and then further no subtitles and just see what you can pick up. But the key here is really to find something that you're okay with listening to every day. It doesn't have to be the same thing, but it has to be something interesting to get you motivated to get in this habit. And you don't have to follow the format I said. You don't have to use subtitles in the beginning if you don't feel like you need it. But for me, when I study Korean, that's kind of a helpful thing for me. So in my case, it would be English subtitles, my native language, so I can get an idea of what they're talking about. Then I listen to that same piece with Korean subtitles, and then I can follow along, figure out what the Korean words are. Then I listen to it with no subtitles, and with no subtitles I see how much I can understand, and I think it's really beneficial because I'm able to see the improvement. So in some cases it can be hard to find content that will have English subtitles, or at least accurate ones, depending on what you're watching. I'm going to put a link of a service that I use actually for my subtitles here on YouTube. I don't think it's actually the purpose that they intend, but you can copy the link of any video on YouTube, send this to them. They will actually have an actual human type in subtitles. Now this costs money, so I don't know how beneficial that would be to everybody. But if there's a piece of content that you're really desperate to understand, you don't have a friend to help you with, this is a paid service that can give you really good accuracy. I would say in most cases this is not necessary and you'd be able to find enough content with English subtitles on it. But again, if there's something that you really want to know what it says and you can't quite figure it out, this is a service that would work. So the second tip that I'm going to recommend is pronunciation practice. And this, while it may not be as fun, is very important. And I would say probably one of the biggest things that you can do to dramatically improve your English in a short time. I learned while I was in Korea that if I listened to how a Korean spoke and then I followed and I imitated, if I tried to speak like a Korean, I sounded more like a Korean myself, right? Makes sense. So that's what I'm going to recommend for English, that whenever you can, you practice pronouncing English and you imitate the English speakers that you hear. It's something that can go hand in hand with your listening practice, because as you're listening, you can practice repeating what they say. And I would also advise trying to find a friend who can correct your English pronunciation. Find a native English speaker to find the spots where you're not getting it exactly right. Now, if you don't have somebody that can help you out, I'm going to touch on this a little more in the next tip, but I highly recommend pronunciation practice, imitating and following a native speaker's speech patterns. So the last one, and the most important tip in my opinion, if you want to become fluent in English, if you want to become a proficient speaker in English, is you have to have conversation. And now, especially during the pandemic, I realize this is very, very hard to do. We can't see friends like we used to. I have this problem myself with studying Korean just because even if there are Koreans around me, I know that they're also studying English. I don't want to feel like I'm just trying to speak Korean with them all the time so that I can learn the language. That is where today's sponsor, Cambly, comes in. So as you guys might have seen from my other videos, Cambly is an online tutoring service where you can sign in and immediately jump on and talk to a native English speaker to work on your English. You can set up appointments, read reviews, and really try to find somebody who is a good fit for your English goals. And on Cambly, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or an advanced speaker, there's something there for everybody. And the English tutors are well equipped to handle people of every skill level and help you get to where you want to be. I feel like Cambly is especially useful this year because of everything going on with COVID. It's a great way to practice without leaving the safety of your home. You can use Cambly on your phone or on a computer, and tutors are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So if you sign in with the next 2 weeks of this video being published, you can use the code CHAD2021 to get 30 minutes of free English to just try it out. You don't have to put in payment information, and you can give it a test drive to see what you think. And Cambly has told me that with the new year starting, they are actually going to offer their best deal of the year, where they're going to offer 50% off yearly plans for those who are really committed to improving their English in the year 2021. I strongly recommend checking it out. And again, conversation is really, really critical if you want to become a proficient English speaker. There's no substitute for it. There's no way around it. I wish there was. I really do, because a lot of times with Korean, I just get shy. I don't want to practice. I don't feel confident. But this is a very great way for you guys to practice your English in a judgment-free zone where you don't have to feel any pressure and you can try it out for free. Those are my 3 English tips for creating a study plan in 2021. Again, the first one, work on your listening skills. Make it fun, make it a daily habit. Next, pronunciation. Imitate, imitate, imitate. Try to sound like what you hear. Third, find an English partner and have some conversation as often as you can. That's gonna vary for everybody, what they need, what they're able to do. But if you can practice a lot of English conversation, that is the quickest and fastest way to improve your English and to become a really great English speaker. Above all, make English fun. If you start to hate studying English, I don't think you're gonna last long. That's how it is with me in Korean. If I make Korean fun, I learn a lot more. I'm actually going to give you a video sample of what it's like to jump on Cambly. I want you to see how easy it is and how comfortable it is talking with these native English speakers. Hi, Becca.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm a YouTube creator and I have a sponsorship with Cambly. Are you okay with me recording this, or would you prefer me not to?
How do I look?
You look great. You look great.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
How long have you been teaching on Cambly?
Not very long. I don't think I've been here for even a month.
Oh, wow.
I do have lots of experience teaching online, just on different platforms.
Have you had any students from Korea yet?
Yes, lots of students from Korea.
I would recommend if you can ever make the trip over to Korea. I know it's crazy right now with coronavirus.
Yes, but someday I'm sure I will. I will.
It's a great place. So nice to meet you, Becca. Hopefully we'll send some Korean students your way.
Yes, send them all. I'm ready.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what your goals are for learning English. If you have any tips for the viewers of this channel, things that have worked well for you and ways that you've improved your English. I will see you guys next time. Bye.